This is Shubham, and in this video, we will be learning one practical use case where user face this kind of situation. When the user needs to do some time transformation or needs to calculate the hours work for different employees in different dates. So there is a mixed kind of a data I have created. So first let me explain and then we will solve this in Power Query. So this video is relevant for Excel users as well as the Power BI as well as because Power Query remains same in both the application. So if you can look at the data, we have couple of employees here and we have their start time and end time. And if we look at the time for employee Shubham, he usually comes in the morning AM and goes in the evening. But in some of the days, if you can see on 3rd June, he came to 11 a.m. and then goes to the next day 1 a.m. Similarly, on 6th of June, he came at 6 p.m. and then he goes to next day 1 a.m. Okay. Similarly, for another employee called Yogesh, there are different time zones highlighted in orange and yellow. So as you can significantly see, the normal timings is coming in AM and then timeout is PM. But in one of the day, he came at 11 PM and timeout is next day 3 AM. So this happens with where we have different kind of set of industries like hospitals, bank, call centers, airports, and any other organization which is running 24 hours, 7 days, just like hospitals. So we have 2 to 3 shift of different employees and they exchange with each other their times on different dates as well. So they are kind of a mixed data like coming at PM and going to the next day AM or vice versa. So how to get the correct, time difference through the Power Query now as a user. So eventually, it might take more than 30 minutes to see that if that traditional formula is creating a correct logic for you. So we are not wasting our time. We will be smartly using Excel component that is called Power Query to transform our data, and I will show you how it give more couple of advantage of using it as well. So the first thing we need to understand is we have this data and we have converted this data into a table format. Okay. Date has been called as data. You can give any nice name you would like to. So in my case, I have given this particular array as a data name. Then I will go to data tab and I will click on from table or range to get into the Power Query. So that will open up Power Query editor where we can see our data. The first thing is we need to fill down employee ID and names because we need to get rid of null values. So we will select employee ID in names column and we will go to transform fill down. Okay, the next thing is that to take the time difference. So we will first select the end time column, then we will select the start time column. That's very important. And then we will go to add column tab. Here you can see we have a feature called time and we will see it to subtraction. So we got the subtraction column where we got the time difference. Then we will click on duration and we need total time, total hours. So it will add one more column of total hours. And now we don't need this particular column. So right click remove and we can change the format as we want. Okay. See how easy it was to get the total hours for each other date for different employee and on different dates instead of having a mixed data as well, right? The next thing is we can do a summary. We can create a summary for based on employee ID names and total hours as well. So we can use group by feature available in Power Query. And I will show you if you use Excel 365, you can add dynamic array functions of group by as well. So let's do it as well. So first I will make a copy of this data table. So right click, I will make it as a reference and I will call it as summarize or any other name you would like to give. Okay. Then the next thing is that we will go to the transform tab and we will click on group by. That will open up a window where we need to retain two columns to create a summary or group, employee ID and name. So we will click on advanced. Let's click on add grouping and select names here. What the new column name we need to give. So you can write any name you would like to. I will say working hours, or you can say total working hours. And then what kind of operation you would like to select? Some based on existing column. This is total hours and click OK. And that's it. You got the summary. See how easy it is. Now let's go to home, click close and load and see a couple of advantages of Power Query. So when you click on close and load, it will open up a new sheet inside this Excel workbook where we get our summarized data. As you can see here, we have 4 employees right now and their total working hours. Whereas we got the data sheet where we have the total hours column as well. Now, for instance, what happens if you don't want to summarize with the group by feature in Power Query like this? You can also do it with the help of dynamic array function. So let me give you a demonstration. So we will be using group by in the row fields where we need two columns, let's say employee ID and names. Then in the values, we will pick 2 hours column. We want to do the aggregation of sum and then bracket close. So how easy it is. If with the help of dynamic array functions as well, if you don't want the total row, you can exclude this as well by writing or adding a 0 to that field. If you want to sort by the highest number of working hours to the lowest, you can add one more dynamic array function, that is sort. And let's sort based on in sort. Index will be 2. And we need descending, so we need to put -1. So how easy it is, right? And on parallel, we have the summarized sheet from the group by feature of Power Query. Now what happens if we add some more records, for example, next day or next week, we got some more data and we have added just below it. Now see what happens when I go to this particular data, which is being derived from Power Query. I just need to refresh and that's it. The new employee, Piyush, has been added in the list. The existing employee hours has also been updated. And if I go to summarize, right click refresh, and this is also being automated and updated as well. So how easy it is. Okay. Thanks.